We welcome you to Competitive Cheer with the OC All-Stars. Today, an exciting look into this incredible sport. It takes dedication, talent, mental toughness, and athletic skill at a world-class level. OC All-Stars is one of the best teams and facilities in Southern California. We're excited to introduce you to the world of competitive cheer. I'm Paul Higgins. This is Coach's Corner, and all the action starts right now. Hello everybody, I'm Paul Higgins and welcome to this edition of Coach's Corner. As you can tell, we do have a fantastic show coming to you from Foothill Ranch at OC All-Stars. This is competitive cheer at the best, and today you're going to see the best and the brightest from this gym. And also you're going to see lots of highlights as you already have in the opening of the show. This is a fantastic sport and we're so glad to bring it to you. First of all, joining us is the owner of OC All-Stars, John Neville, and joining him is his right-hand woman, we should say. The best of the best in cheer coaching is, of course, Mandy Morgan. Welcome to Coach's Corner. Feels like we've done this before.
It does.
We have talked a lot, but John, for the people that don't know, that have seen the opening of the show, what is competitive cheer, and more importantly, what is OC All-Stars?
Well, OC All-Stars focuses on from very little all the way to, we've got kids that are super old, even as old as Mandy. We focus on the kids as the athletes themselves. We want to grow them with the sport, but we also want to make them better people. We want to teach them the hard work lessons of the life lessons of hard work, of learning how to overcome obstacles, and just enjoying what they do, and making through a commitment of a whole season.
Well, there's plenty of obstacles around here. When I get off this chair. But Mandy, you have been involved in competitive cheer most of your life, and obviously you've done really well at it. You're coaching here. How do you break down to somebody if they see you in the grocery store, at the beach, or whatever? What do? You look like you're in great shape. Well, I'm a coach of competitive cheer, and what do you tell them?
I don't get that question a lot, but when they ask me about staying in shape, okay. I guess I don't have an office job where I'm sitting down a lot or constantly moving like the kids. I feel like I'm doing lunges every day because I'm squatting to spot, standing up to yell, Competitive cheer is one of those sports that we're not on the sideline like a traditional cheerleader when people think of cheerleading. This is something they train 5 hours, 6 hours a week at. They're always in our gym. You have tumbling, stunting, pyramiding, baskets, dance. It's a combination of a lot of different elements that our kids bring together to develop the sport of all-star cheerleading.
When I first heard you coaching, I said, now that is a competitive cheer coach. Your voice this is your backup voice right now, right? Because you're always on it. I mean, and John, how stoked are you to have her? Because she just coaches unbelievable. You're right there with her, but you two are a pretty darn good team.
She's fantastic to have. We really enjoy her. She finds such a delicate balance of motivating the kids along with pushing them to what they need to get, and it's a blessing to have her.
Now, your background. Give us a little history on that and how you came about to be here at the OC All-Stars.
I'm originally from Dallas, Texas. I was born and raised. I cheered at Cheer Athletics, which is a well-known all-star gym in the industry. I went on to cheer in college at Oklahoma State University. And then at the end of college, I met my husband. He was a wrestler at Oklahoma State and he lived in Bakersfield, California. So we made the deal that we would not live in Bakersfield, but that we would come to California to get married. And when my friends that I used to know found out that I was coming and told John about me, and he gave me a call, I actually interviewed at a few places, and I will never forget my interview experience here. I did a working interview and I had a long talk with John, and he was so about what I was going to get out of this, how to treat his employees the best. Like, it was such a family atmosphere when I walked in. I knew there was nowhere else I wanted to work but at OC.
And how long have you been here now?
This will be my 6th year.
6 years.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Now, John, for the people that aren't involved in competitive cheer, how do they get involved when they come to a gym like this? You have a lot going on.
Well, we have a lot of opportunities, from preschool gymnastics to just a recreational class that comes off the street. I think word of mouth is probably one of the biggest sources too. I think at this point people know about us in the industry and in the community, and so if they want to get involved, I think that they have a contact.
Yeah. And now we have a contact because we're exposing this gym, and rightly so. You were a high school football player, right? And a college football player as well?
No, I didn't play in college.
But you were a competitive cheerleader.
Correct.
Tell me about that, because that a lot of boys, you know, when you were growing up, they weren't doing it. Now they are.
You know, the athleticism with what we do, with what the boys do in the sport. I played a lot of sports and went through my fair share of everything, but what has been accomplished, and now what these boys do nowadays is so much more advanced than what I did. It's pretty impressive. It's quite fulfilling as a sport to be able to participate in what we do.
Yeah. Is it harder to train boys and coach boys? You have the co-ed teams that do fantastic. Is there a difference coaching the two and how they come together?
I think nothing against females because they're absolutely amazing, but boys pick up a little bit faster in the world of cheerleading, mainly in the tumbling. And I'll give you background to it. When we're doing backflips and stuff, boys' center of gravity is at their chest, and girls' center of gravity is at their hips. So when we're flipping as a female, we're lower to the ground than where a male is flipping around. So it's actually easier to train them in tumbling. Females are stronger at taking direction and learning, picking up choreography of movements. But I think what's cool about cheerleading is it is such a co-ed sport. You don't go out there and see many co-ed sports and boys and girls working together for one common goal. It's a really cool bond to see the guys and the girls work together.
You just mentioned a word that I wanted to play on, and that's the word bond. I happened to be filming here not too long ago, and I took a little bit of a break. I went out in my car, parked it right outside, and all of a sudden, it was like the whole team came out, and they were centered around right in front of my car, and I'm watching these kids. No coaches were allowed, and they had this bonding session that I've never seen. There were kids crying, there were kids cheering, there were kids that couldn't wait to get back in the gym. You don't find that in all different sports, do you? It happens right here.
It's a special bond. I mean, when you go on the floor with these people, they're your family, they're your second home. You know, these are the people you share your life experiences with. And to be a part of a team for that year, like, that's who you turn to. And I think that's what I was so drawn to cheerleading. I played a lot of different sports, but I never found that family aspect in any other sport than I do in cheerleading. You make lifelong friends every day you're in this gym.
Before I let you go, Manny, what is your personal goal as a coach, and then also your goal as for a team? The competition season's getting ready to kick in, and I know that it's going to be a pretty exciting year for you.
Right. A personal goal. Everyone always wants to win. For me, it's not about winning, it's about the way my team progresses together. So my goal as a coach is to take them from point A to point B, to make sure that they have the experience that shapes the rest of their life, that they're growing into the people that are good for this society, that are good for this community, that care about other things than just cheerleading. I think that's more important. One cool thing that we did at OC this year that I'm really excited about is we started a high school ministry here, and it's completely optional for anyone 9th grade and above. It's like a youth group for them to meet once a week. I mean, our main focus here is not champions. Our main focus is people.
You're lucky to have her. Wow, but he's a good man in charge.
Best boss you could possibly have.
Thank you.
Don't get out of hand, right? Mandy Morgan, coach here at the OC All-Stars, and as you can tell, there is a lot happening around us, a lot more on this show. We'll be back. When we come back, Ruby Olmstead will join us. She is a freshman at J. Sarah Catholic High School in San Juan Capistrano. We'll have her on next on Coach's Corner. Mission Basilica School is a Catholic parochial school with single-grade classrooms from pre-kindergarten through 8th grade. A blue ribbon school for academic excellence, located on the beautiful grounds of Mission San Juan Capistrano, Mission Basilica School. At Olson Orthodontics in San Juan Capistrano, they want to see you smile, and it starts from the first visit.
On my very first appointment, before I left, I knew exactly what I was getting, how much it was going to be. They were incredibly friendly, so it just made sense. It was completely at home here.
Dr. Olson does an excellent job of making his patients feel comfortable.
Well, I was just really enjoying coming here and seeing him. I loved to see Dr. Olson.
Call or visit Olson Orthodontics today. Hello everybody, welcome back to OC All-Stars right here on Coach's Corner. Now, if you're not familiar where this gym is, it's in Foothill Ranch, right next to Lake Forest, Santa Margarita, and Mission Viejo. So right in the wheelhouse of South Orange County. So if you've never been here, you got to come check it out. Of course, joining us once again is the coach, the owner of OC All-Stars, John Neville, and joining us now is a freshman out of J. Sarah Catholic High School, Ruby Olmstead. And Ruby, once again, welcome to Coach's Corner. Yeah, now you live here, right?
Yes.
How many days a week are you here?
I'm here Monday through Thursday and Sunday.
Sunday. Do you do any studying here at all, or?
I try my best.
So John, you've got a ringer right here. You've known Ruby for a long time.
Yes.
This relationship goes back how many years now?
I'm gonna guess 8 to 9 years.
Yeah.
8 to 9 years. Now, when you get a young lady that comes in as just a child, and now he or she is in high school, for one, that's got to make you feel great, but for two, you've seen an athlete just develop in front of your eyes. Tell me about that.
It's family. You know, I love watching these kids start from just walking in the gym and having nothing, and then growing and developing into the athletes and the people that they are. It's impressive. It's quite a story.
What is her best asset on the floor? I mean, is she easily coached, very talented? Give me your thoughts about that.
Yeah, it's amazing. Some things that you can't teach. Leadership. You know, she has a great sense of leadership. She's got a lot of respect on the team. Obviously, you know, I can talk about her talents, her physical, her stunting, her tumbling. You know, what she provides to the team, but so much emotional. So much of it's the team atmosphere, the team aspect that she brings.
I've noticed that being here filming you guys. And Ruby, why competitive cheer? As I was talking to John several times, some of the best athletes, the most coordinated athletes are right here in a gym like this. You're a very coordinated athlete. You could probably do any sport you decide. Why competitive cheer?
I tried soccer, wasn't my best sport. All I did was cartwheels and asked when the game was over. I did gymnastics, but in gymnastics there's not really a family vibe. And when I came to OC, I loved it instantly. I mean, there's like a family connection with all the coaches and all the athletes that you're with at all times, and it's really what brought me in.
It's somewhat of an individual sport come to a team atmosphere, because each one of you have your individual roles within a competitive competition. How do you look at that? Because you're only as good as the next person on your team. Is that correct? Tell me about that.
I personally love working with those especially who have more skills than I do, because they push me. And I like to be pushed, and I feel that with a team, you're able to push yourself and you're able to push others around you.
And Ruby, you're part of the smoke team and part of the black team.
Yeah.
I'll let you describe what those teams are and the differences.
I've been on smoke. This is my second year on smoke. And last year and this year, I fell in love with the team, the kids on the team. I love having boys on the team. It's different. It's a different change. This is my first year on black, and I'm really excited to go and be able to compete with such an amazing group of girls this year.
And John, you have a lot of banners hanging in this gym for a reason. Great athletes, great coaching, great atmosphere. But when you go on the road to all the different competitions, you also face outstanding gyms and athletes in competition. Tell me about, they call it competitive cheer for a reason.
Yeah, you know, in this industry, it's like with any conventional sport. There's a lot of good programs out there, a lot of good teams, and we just try to do our best and go out there at competitions and showcase our highlights, our strengths, you know, what we have.
When you look at the calendar of competitions, which one or ones stand out the most, you see?
Yeah. You know, obviously for her level Worlds, it's at the end of the year. That's the culmination of our senior level 5 program, but then we've got a lot of big ones. We've got some competitions that we travel to Dallas. We go to NCAA Nationals in Dallas. That's actually the biggest competition in the world. It's got a lot of talent, it's got a lot of people there, so that's a good one we like. We travel to Las Vegas, we'll travel, you know, there's a lot of good local competitions as well.
And Ruby, I know that you're a freshman at J. Sarah Catholic High School. In 3 years from now, when you're a senior, will you still be here doing this?
Of course.
Yeah, boy, no hesitation. And personally, what is your goal in competitive cheer?
I want to be able to become the best athlete I can be.
And then, do you have an eye on a college that you might want to go to because of competitive cheer?
No, I haven't been looking, but I would like to stay local so I could stay at OC as long as possible.
Okay, well, you did a fantastic job on the show. This comes easy for you, right? You're a great talker, isn't she?
She is. She's amazing.
All right, well, Ruby Olmstead, once again, a part of the smoke team, part of the black team here at OC All-Stars, also a student at J. Sarah Catholic High School. We'll have more of Coach's Corner. When we come back, we'll visit with Shane Bigelow, part of the Shadow team. He'll be next, right here on Coach's Corner. Centrally located in San Juan Capistrano, Olson Orthodontics' top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care. Led by Dr. Taylor Olson, there is simply just one choice to make for quality braces and treatment in Orange County.
At Olson Orthodontics, we love to have fun. We love to know our patients. We love getting to know them. We also do our best to be an advocate for you with your dentist, with your insurance company, to make sure that we give you and help you maximize and enjoy your experience here at Olson Orthodontics.
Mission Basilica School, located in historic San Juan Capistrano, is a blue ribbon school focused not only on quality education but spiritual enlightenment, creating a learning environment that's second to none.
I love the feel of the school and what it brings.
They're wonderful kids, have great family lives. They are brothers and sisters once they reach the campus.
A blue ribbon school for academic excellence, located on the beautiful grounds of Mission San Juan Capistrano. Hi everybody, welcome back to Coach's Corner. If you're a young boy out there, a young man in high school or in elementary or junior high, whatever it might be, and you're interested in competitive cheer, well, stick around for this segment because right now joining us is Shane Bigelow, and he's been part of this gym the last couple of years. And Shane, thank you for joining us on Coach's Corner. And John, I know that you're really lucky to have him as well. He came to you late, I think, in his career, but tell me, before I get to you, Shane, I'll let you talk in just a second, but before I do, I want you to talk him up a little bit because he's a very modest young man.
And I think that's one of his best characteristics in this sport where these kids are awesome and it's easy to get a big ego when you have as much talent as Shane does. He's a great guy. He's very humble with with just who he is. Yeah. I had the privilege of coaching him last year on one of our teams, and he just became an instant leader. He became a gym favorite, and he's on a team again this year. He actually works for us too. He's a great role model to have in this gym, and just having him around is a great presence. It's a great atmosphere in this facility.
Shane, I was joking that we're going to get some T-shirts made that you can sign them and send them out to the fans after they see this, right? Now, you've been here, is it the second year now? Second year. And how long have you been doing competitive cheer?
For about 4 years now.
4 years. And then how did you get involved in this?
Well, I had a friend that did competitive cheerleading out where I lived, and I actually just went to the gym one time because she was going to take me home after, and the coach there just talked to me about it. He's like, hey, would you like to learn a backflip? And I'm like, yeah, like, why not? Like, who wouldn't want to learn a backflip? And then he just was just like, kept drilling me to get in there, and eventually I fell in love with the sport. Is
it a natural talent that you have inside you that you uncorked and didn't know it, or is it something that you learned?
I feel like it was more something I learned because the way I look at tumbling and stunting and all that is it's yes, you have to have natural talent, yes, natural skill to get into it and stuff like that, but it's definitely different than anything I've ever done. I think it was inside me. To pull it out of me was surprised me, shocked me completely, because I never knew I could do any of the stuff I could do now. But I think there was some natural talent there.
And you're not only an athlete, but as John said, now you're coaching. How do you balance that, and what's the difference between the two now that you are doing it?
The biggest difference I can say is instead of being on the floor and actually, doing the routines, doing all the skills, I can now step back and watch, those who can do those and, really observe how they are. And I think that's the best part about it is now I can actually sit back and watch why I love it so much and the passion in the sport. That's the greatest thing I can see. And as far as balancing it goes, you just you find out ways, in between shifts and stuff. You tumble, you stunt, you do what you need to do, and then you go back to work.
It's amazing. And John, what do you look for? You don't just ask anybody to coach. They have to be great with kids. They have to be great with who they are, and you have to trust them. And all three qualities. But what else do you look for in a coach before you say, yeah, you could get on my floor?
It's interesting that you asked that because we have the philosophy that you can teach anybody how to teach a back handspring. but you have to have a passion to want to work with kids, and you have to have a passion to want to teach kids and work with what we work. You know, we can teach them all the skills they'll need to know, but it's got to just be that kind of inherent characteristic that they have. And Shane clearly has it. He's got that motivation. He's got that drive for success. He loves working with the kids and pushing them.
Yeah. And Shane, it's funny to hear your story on how you got involved, because my son Preston got involved exactly the same way. And he was asked, hey, you want to try some tumbling? Looks like you could do it. And John, now you have him underneath your umbrella, and I've seen him just mature and grow and just stuff that I never thought I would see. So that stigma of competitive cheer with boys should be shot down in a heartbeat. Yeah. And because you were a cheerleader, so competitive cheerleader, so you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. It's what these kids do, what these boys do nowadays is unbelievable, and they deserve so much respect for what they do and how hard they work and all the success that they earn.
Yeah, and John, I was going to ask you this, but I'll ask Shane this instead. Shane, in the years of you doing cheer, what is the most significant thing you might have learned, not only about yourself, but about life skills? And I see you guys doing a lot of that around here.
I would have to say, I mean, you just mature as a person. You know, in an environment like this with coaches like Mandy and John and Allie and all of them, you know, you just mature as a person. You know, you develop patience, you develop, you know, awareness, you develop just skills throughout life that you're gonna need and you're gonna want to have to deal with, like, your own kids someday, or, you know, like, hopefully opening up your own gym. Like, you learn things that are gonna help you along the way. And I mean, I'm just so lucky to be able to, like, have coaches and, you know, my boss John, and I'm so incredibly blessed to, like, have this.
There's one word that can describe OC All-Stars. What is it?
Family.
Family. Just keep hearing that. You did a great job, Shane.
Thank you.
And obviously a great athlete. Shane, of course, part of that shadow team, and we're going to learn a lot more about competitive cheer right here with the OC All-Stars. When we come back, a spark plug of this gym, it is Fifi Backlick. Believe me, she is a firecracker. We'll have her right after this. Mission Basilica School is a Catholic parochial school with single-grade classrooms from pre-kindergarten through 8th grade. A blue ribbon school for academic excellence, located on the beautiful grounds of Mission San Juan Capistrano, Mission Basilica School. At Olson Orthodontics in San Juan Capistrano, they want to see you smile, and it starts from the first visit.
On my very first appointment, before I left, I knew exactly what I was getting, how much it was going to be. They were incredibly friendly, so it just made sense. It was completely at home here.
Dr. Olson does an excellent job of making his patients feel comfortable.
Well, I was just really enjoying coming here and seeing him. I loved to see Dr. Olson.
Call or visit Olson Orthodontics today. Well, the action is heating up right here at the OC All-Stars on Coach's Corner. Of course, John Neville joining us. He is the owner and the coach of the team. And also joining us now is 12-year-old Fifi Backlick. And she goes to OSHA School in Orange County. And we're so glad to have her. And John, I call her a firecracker or spark plug, whatever you might want to call her, because I filmed her. Not only is she that, she's a flyer. She's a very integral part of your teams. Tell me about that.
It's a very accurate description, first of all. She is integral to what we do. It's amazing because she tumbles, she stunts, she does everything. She's a great performer. You'll see great action video footage of her. She's quite impressive.
Yeah, and Fifi, how long have you been doing competitive cheer now?
Well, I've been doing it for a while. I think this is my 6th year.
6th year.
Yeah.
Wow. And you're 12 years old, you're at OSHA, and what are you studying at OSHA?
Well, my conservatory is commercial dance, and I like to dance, and I am a cheerleader too, so I like to do both, and I love both the same. Well, I like cheerleading a lot too, but I just love cheerleading and dancing.
Well, you spend a lot of time at the gym, and I know that this is a passion of yours. Why do you like it so much? What is it about this sport, competitive cheer, that you come here 4 or 5 days a week?
I just love this sport because I like to go on stage and perform and go in front of everyone and just like go with my family, and I just like to be with everyone and just show them what I have.
John, she mentioned something that I failed to mention. In competitions, you are in front of thousands and thousands of people.
They are.
And what is it, 2.5 minutes roughly?
Yes.
2.5 minutes. A lot of work goes into that 2.5 minutes.
They put a lot into it, and it's a unique sport in the fact that we train for over half of our season before we even have an opportunity to perform. You know, we go all summer long and into the fall having to master the skills in our routine before they perform in November.
And it's no accident the routine you decide to do, or the music you select, or the music mix that you obtain. How big is music in what you do and how you choreograph?
It's a performance sport, so what we do has to appeal to the judges, it has to appeal to the audience. It's in addition to the skills that we have to execute and perform, we have to entertain as well. So it plays a big important role.
Fifi, during the year, and you have done your routine a lot, say, can you close your eyes and visualize every second of that routine? Do you ever do that, like visualize? And
I can see everyone on stage and just like hitting everything and doing amazing. I do that a lot. Yeah.
Is it the adrenaline of getting on stage, which you are on some big stages, that makes this all worth it?
Yeah, I just love to do this sport. It's so fun, and I just like to be competitive, and I just love everything about it.
Fifi, why, you mentioned some good qualities, but why would you recommend somebody, an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old, or whatever, 13-year-old, to get involved in the sport of competitive cheer?
Well, I know like a lot of kids don't do many sports, like there's some kids that don't do anything, so like it would be good because they can meet more people, they can like learn cool tricks, and they can just tell people, well, I'm a cheerleader and I get to do this and that, and I'm a flyer and I get to be thrown in the air. So it's just cool to tell people.
John, do you ever find yourself just pinching yourself and going, wow, I did this? I mean, this is impressive, man. This is what, 30,000 square feet?
Yeah, 36,000.
36,000, it feels like 100,000 to me. You know, I mean, congratulations, man. It's awesome. I mean, do you ever go, wow, I'm doing this?
Certainly 10 years ago, I wouldn't have imagined myself in this kind of a scenario, but you know, I'm a lucky guy. You know, I have you alluded to it earlier, I have so many wonderful coaches, the staff that I work with, so many great kids that are on our teams. I'm just very fortunate that they have built the success that we've built because, you know, it's been a team effort.
I have to mention, John has 3 children of his own, plus hundreds more at this gym. Fifi, if I can take a picture of you and keep that smile, that's the perfect smile for competitive cheer right there. You did a fantastic job in the show. So good to see you again, and good luck during the course of the season, okay? And John, always a pleasure. Fantastic owner, fantastic coach, right here at the OC All-Stars and Foothill Ranch. Please come by and check them out, even to watch and enjoy what these amazing athletes do. For Coach's Corner, for OC All-Stars, for John, for Fifi, I'm Paul Higgins. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.